this 4-4 game. The next goal, huge. Bishop's on the man up. Had time to chat about what they want to do. Let's see what they implement. They're going after it right away.
Oh, wow, yeah. Moving the ball around
Joel
so
Wright
fast.
moves it down. The shot and the miss, but they are going to get it back. It's a hard shot there by Cam Bateman. Dewar will start behind the net. Comes out to Malloy. They come all the way around. Wright's going to hit the cutter, and that shot not what Taryn Cook meant to do with that one, as it hooked down off the turf. They do get it back. We're 40 seconds into the fourth quarter, still 4-4. Bishop's working hard to get the shooting lanes, but great hustle and nice job there by Nicholas Wortman to rush over and really rush Cam Bateman on the shot a little bit. Bateman's going to take it back. So far, a good man down. Now the ball's on the ground, and they come up with it. Great job by Adam Kirchmeyer, the LSM Canadian. What a play.
Bigley
now
with
the
a
flag's
massive
coming.
body check. There's a flag on the play now. Not quite sure what, but Bigley came out and stopped that offensive rush with a massive body check.
And Bigley's being sent off.
Bigley's going to be on the sidelines now, so.
Yeah, he's serving his penalty.
The Gators are without a goalie.
And Bigley just came out and hit the man right as he was receiving the pass. I think it was hard to see who that was. Maybe an Albicus or. Wow, either way, a big hit. And we're going to have Perry McDermott stepping into the net. Boy, that's some pressure. Stepping into a 4-4 game in the fourth quarter to try and kill a penalty. I like Guelph's chances of scoring here quite a bit. You know they're going to attack.
Perry's a good goaltender, though.
Well, he's a good goaltender, but he's also been standing on the sidelines on a cool evening. For November, it's a beautiful warm evening, but he's not warm. He's not ready, and you got to go in. There's no practice shots. The first shot you're going to face will be taken in anger by Guelph. They're moving the ball around. There's a cutter, quick release, but McCullough missed the ball. Obicus gets it back. He's backing his way down. Gives it off along the near side to Brent Layton. Layton moves it. There's a cut. McCullough again missing the ball. McCullough loves to run in down the slot with his stick up, and we've seen 3 times tonight where he's just flat out missed the pass as it was coming to him.
Yeah, he's got to keep his eye on the ball or it's just going to soar right past.
Obicus gets it, passed down. Layton is going to step out. He'll go behind the net. Kavanaugh back to Layton. That's a nice play by McDermott.
Big save by Perry.
That's a huge save in the context, too. I mean, it's a big save anytime.
That's his first save of the game off the first
shot of the game, yeah. And David Bigley is just kneeling over there, waiting for this penalty to end. And, of course, there's another save by McDermott. And the thing, of course,
the team on his back
when the penalty ends, you can't just run Bigley back out there. They do have the penalty is over. Player's gone onto the field for him, but you don't pull the goalie out to switch him. They're going to have to wait for a change of possession. At least they're back to full strength now. Guelph still in the offensive zone. McDermott showing he is ready for it. And, boy, he is getting involved in calling. He is fired up out there. Corbett.
He's got to take over the role of Bigley, too, who is right involved in the whole entire game, and now it's kind of been put on to McDermott to step up.
Yeah, but he can't worry about that. He's just got to do his thing, right? It seems to be directing traffic a bit more than racing around after the ball. But McDermott's certainly a bit bigger goalie, fills some space, spins around as the ball is swung out to the top. Brendan Vogan with the ball. Goes down low to Layton. Kavanaugh will take it in behind the net. Switches hands a couple of times. Ulbicus backing his way down. Makes the pass. It's dropped and picked up. Nicholas Martineau. That's a big possession by Guelph. And Bigley will come on for a defender. for a midfielder, actually. They're going to keep the defenders back there to make sure in case anything happens. And Bigley will go and replace McDermott, who heads off to the sideline. .45 to go here in the fourth quarter of what has been a thrilling first quarter final of the 2015 Baggataway Cup. You think 4-4 in the fourth quarter might not be the most exciting game, but things really picking up. Both teams kind of feeling it out early in the game, but there have been some chances here in the second half. Of course, Bishops with the only 2 goals of the half to even things up after trailing 4-2 going into halftime. And what a great performance they've had in returning to tie this one up. And now they're looking for the go-ahead as Malloy will circle from behind. That pass just grabbed by Bateman. He's going to pass it off to Winquist. Winquist rolls across the top, and he's picked up immediately. Nice slide by Luke Stockton to stay with him. Winquist gets it back and spins off. He's going nowhere, so he's going to toss it up top. Mason Austin trying to create something. Spins back away from Kirchmeier. There's the pass to the cutter, can't connect. We're going to have a crease call. Guelph will get the ball, and that's a big one.
Guelph defenders applying great pressure there, too.
Yeah.
Just really shutting down the Gators' offense. They can't get anything done.
You talked earlier in the game about Bishops moving the ball around, moving their feet around, and getting the Guelph guys kind of scrambling. And Guelph obviously is adjusted. You can see, Sam Kozakowski and the coaching staff, that ball is dropped.
Oh, it's
loose right in front of the net. Oh, my goodness. Just when we're praising the Guelph defense for their boys. The ball is dropped by Nathan McKenzie and James Malloy. Johnny on the spot to scoop it up and tuck it home.
That's a big giveaway for the Gryphons there, too, that they literally just gave it right to the Gators and let them basically come ahead almost.
Uncharacteristic of Nathan McKenzie, and nobody's going to be more upset than he is.
But Lonnie's going to have a word with a couple of his defenders, too, and tell them that they got to keep hold of that ball.
I think they know that, though.
Yeah.
Face off. Huge, always big in the field lacrosse game, particularly now with the 1-goal lead. Nice job by Etienne Bouchard to pull the back through his legs, go and get it himself. And that's the other thing. You talked about this crowd here and how into it they can get. They are fired up now. They've gotten a little quiet there for a while. They are loud once again. The bells ringing, the applause, the yelling and screaming. Trying to support their guys, trying to get over the hurdle that is the Guelph Gryphons for this team. Again, the 3rd straight year these clubs have met in the quarterfinals. With Bishops as the East 2nd seed, Guelph as the West 3rd seed. In each of the last 2 years, Guelph has won that game, gone on to win the semifinal, and then gone on to win the Baggataway Cup. There's a shot from the outside. That one misses the net by Mark Hall, but it is Bishop's possession once again. Bateman taking his time. Bishop slowing things down a little bit. Guelph in the position where they don't have to force things. They don't have to over-pursue at this point because there's still over 12 minutes to go. Sorry. Confine's a little tight up here in the booth, but a beautiful place to watch a game from, I'll tell you. What a night for lacrosse here at Coulter Stadium on the campus of Bishop's University. Bishop's taking their time. Guelph fairly content to sit back and just flow with the offensive movement and try and avoid the cuts to the net, but there's one that almost worked out. A great shot by Taryn Cook, but Michael Lalani equal to it with the save. Guelph trailing by 1. They're going to move their way forward. Remember, we'll have another game tonight. West Division 2nd seed Brock facing East Division 3rd seed Trent, who had to win a bit of an upset in their first round playoff game against Queens. They actually finished 4th in the East, beat Queens last weekend at Queens. That will be the 9 o'clock game tonight, so stay with us right here
Guelph actually also had a really close game before this to qualify for this game.
It's true.
Beating McMaster only 6-5.
Yeah. Very similar here as it's 5-4.
Yeah. Guelph might look to Kavanaugh to come help him out again as he scored the game winner last week against McMaster.
Yeah. He's got a couple tonight. He is quite a sniper. Olbicus has the ball up top, though. Watched by Brands. Brands is going to drop back down. Corbett had to go down to one knee to block that one. A bit of an errant pass by Brenton Layton, but he managed it. Zachary Louis takes the pass. Guelph slowly working their way down. They've got a couple of guys in the slot. McCullough and Kavanaugh both setting up there, kind of playing off each other. McCullough is sort of standing there being a stationary pick, and Kavanaugh just nipping around him, trying to shake some defenders, hoping that they'll lull Bishops to sleep a little bit, I think, because they're just spending some time being pretty quiet in there. But Kavanaugh, every once in a while, just darts to open space. They're going to hit the second man, though. Layton, what a save by Bigley, who's back in. That's a huge save off Brenton Layton, trying to tie it up with under 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. A hard ride by Kavanaugh. Great effort by Brands to get the ball back over to Bigley, who's just going to rip it down the field. It bounces away, though. Haddon couldn't handle it, but there's Dewar. Boy, that's not the first time Dewar has been there to pick up a big loose ground ball. Dewar throws it over. Mason Austin taking his time. Boy, the clock can't tick fast enough for these Bishops Gators. Again, they have led each of the last 2 years in this burgeoning rivalry with the Guelph Gryphons. Third straight quarterfinal matchup. The Gryphons taking the first two. Bishops determined to turn it around here on their home soil. We'll have more action again tomorrow, the semifinals. Western University Mustangs taking on the winner of this game at 1 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, we'll have the winner of the Trent Brock game taking on the McGill Redmen. Then we'll seed the booth for some high school football action tomorrow night. We'll be back Sunday at 1 o'clock with the championship final. Lots to go before that, though. There's 8 minutes left in this first game of the weekend, and Bishops is starting to lure Guelph out. You can see the Gryphons starting to chase a bit. It created an opportunity right there.
Mason Austin with a beautiful shot on net right off the head of Lalani there.
It was Kirchmeier chasing out top, and Austin just slipped by him and got the chance, but Lalani with the big save. He hasn't been tested maybe quite as much as Bigley has, but boy, he's been good when he's had to be. Winquist almost stumbled, maintains his footing, gives it off to Malloy and gets it right back. Malloy quite content to sit over in his space and just dart to open spots and try and create things when the opportunities arise. Again, of course, Bishop's up by 1. We're getting down towards 7 minutes left. And you can see the Guelph defense gradually extending. That pass is going to get away, though, and Guelph will get the ball back. That's a critical error by the Gators, giving a little extra life to Guelph. They'll make the long pass across. It's handled by Nicholas Wortman. Wortman will just sprint up into the offensive zone. He's got a lane to the net if he wants to take it, but probably not what they're looking for Wortman to do at this point in a one-goal game. You want to get the offensive guys out there and let them do their thing. Olbicus taking his time until his full cohort is with him. He takes a poke, bit of a spear there from from Nicholas Martineau, just letting him know he's there. Olbicus was looking for a call. Guelph moving it up top. Olbicus will get it back. Again, he's the linchpin of the offense for this team. 30 goals this season to go with 11 assists. Liam Corbett moves it out to the wing. Louis goes back to Corbett. Try and go to Kavanaugh in the slot. They're going to call a crease violation on Michael Kavanaugh, who is arguing that he was cross-checked into the crease. Actually has a bit of an argument on that one, I think. He was pretty much knocked in there.
Yeah, he was definitely shoved in. It wasn't his doing to step foot in there.
But you're responsible for staying out of the crease. And now Bishops can be very patient here. 5.5 minutes to go. They lead by a goal. Bagley running the ball up. Nice little toss ahead. Handled by Haddon. Haddon going to the net. Is he going to shoot?
Oh.
We're going to have a crease call. Definitely.
Haddon pretty much just rolled right in there after his shot attempt on net there.
Yeah, I'm curious what head coach Robin Gelkin would say to Brad Haddon after that shot. I don't know that is what they wanted with 5 minutes to go for him to go in. Now, if he goes in and scores, it seems like a brilliant play.
Yeah, but he kind of almost just lobbed it at Lalani's feet there.
Just kind of rolled it even. Yeah. Guelph with the ball back. Louis takes it. Haddon is directing traffic. Olbicus. They swing it around, come back up top to Greer. Oh, Louis loses the ball. Olbicus racing for it. He's going to win that race. Just gets there ahead of Martineau. Looked like Olbicus just saw where it was going, about a step ahead of Martineau, and that was the difference. And we're going to have a timeout to Guelph. 4 minutes exactly left in the fourth quarter. 5-4, Bishops leads. I'm Stephen Stamp with Sawyer Brock, and as we come down to the short strokes here, what do you see Guelph setting up? I mean, they've spent much of the evening trying to find guys, setting up a couple guys in the crease and trying to hit them, but most of their goals really have come from just kind of rolls off the wing and getting a shot through traffic.
And that's honestly their best option to do against a defense like the Gators have, because the Gators on the season have only allowed, I think, 64 goals against. They have the best record and a strong defense. But shots on Bigley when he's got guys out front, if they get the shots from the outside, I think that's their best advantage, because they can catch him off guard maybe while he's directing traffic or looking at the play, and they'll be able to just get it past him while he can't see. Because you're right, they've been sitting the two guys right in front of him, right on the crease there, kind of trying to jumble things up out front. And
yeah, we'll see what they decide to try to run. Bishops out to the field first, having a chat with the officials about what they can expect.
Guelph really wants to use this 4 minutes to their advantage here. They're going to probably slow the play down a little bit and move the ball around well and try and get that key shot on net to squeak it by Bigley.
Olbicus starts up top and immediately gives it up to Louis. They circle all the way around back to Olbicus. They do have McCullough and Kavanaugh down on the crease, as they have for much of the game. Olbicus takes it. Goes back over to Greer. McCullough and Kavanaugh just kind of switching positions. 3 Gators defenders down on them, which means somebody is open somewhere. The key, of course, is finding someone open when they have a chance to get a good shot off. So far, Bishop's doing a nice job with their other 3 defenders of taking away the passing lanes to the man who's open, or leaving the passing lane open to somebody who's well away from the net, not in a dangerous position. What a play by Bigley. Sprints out and steals that ball, tries to roll it over, succeeds. Oh, great play, and then Brad Haddon comes up with it. Again, the hard pass to the far side. Haddon with a nice play, a couple of nice plays. And here come the Gators with 3 minutes to go.
Excellent play by Bigley there to stop
yeah.
the flow of momentum for the Gryphons. Like, just getting his stick right out there and catching that ball.
There's a shot. Nice sprint by Bateman to get the ball possession back. After the shot by Taryn Cook. He'll just roll it up to the top. Joel Wright is going to pass it back to him. We're into the final 3 minutes. Things do change a bit in the final 3 minutes. Clock stops when play is blown down. Starts again when it's blown back in. So it takes a little longer than the typical running 3 minutes. And again, it can't go quick enough for Bishops. They just want to keep things rolling. Guelph needs a turnover. Lalani heading out into the high slot to help double team. They're really putting some pressure on. Of course, that comes with risks. He's going to retreat to his cage now. Joel Wright, nice split dodge and the pass off. Stumbling a little bit, picking it up there was Austin. There goes Adam Kirchmeier hustling out after them. Lalani there to get a 3-on-2 situation, but Joel Wright just tracks it down. Makes the pass off, and Cam Bateman's going to take his time, tries to make the pass. There's a hit from behind. Guelph wants the ball. I'm not sure how there wasn't a call on that one. It looked fairly clearly a check in the back. And Bishops will take a timeout, and Guelph is rather displeased.
Yeah, that was a bit of a questionable hit there, down low in the Gryphons' defensive zone. It did look like a bit of a hit on the back, but I guess the ref saw it. It was mostly on the shoulder. Guelph wasn't happy about the call, though.
Like we said earlier, we're up here, a ways away, and the refs are down there on the field.
Yeah, we get the bird's eye view of the play, and they get the upfront action.
We've got just about a minute 20 to go here as play will resume with Bishops in control of the ball. And we actually have a bit of an advantage on you guys watching at home because the feed is about 28 seconds behind the live action, so we can see the action and then watch the feed and see what happened. And I just watched it again, and I still think it was a check from behind.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it.
But, again, the referee right down there had a chance to see it close up and determined that it was a good hit on the shoulder.
Guelph can't stay sour about it either because they got to keep a clear mind so they can try and get this ball back and maybe make one more offensive rush before the end of the game here.
And this is where, Michael Lalani was so great for them last year, helping them win some huge saves. One of the most valuable players in that tournament. But this is where you'd love to have a David Bigley back there who can, that was one of the biggest plays in the game was him sprinting out those 3 quick steps to pick off that pass in the other end and change possession. Yeah,
he completely destroyed Guelph's momentum. Like he just shut the whole play down and was able to feed it back to his players so they can come down and control it in their offensive zone now.
Double team immediately as Mason Austin starts with the ball. It's just the kind of guy you want the ball in the stick of. There's McKenzie pressuring him all over the field. And he gets a strip. Great play by McKenzie. Who's going to come up with it? Guelph looking to get possession. Wortman couldn't quite get it, but they do come up with the ball, and Guelph will take their time out. Wow. That's a huge play by Nathan McKenzie. He has been stellar throughout the game, and he may have just given Guelph a chance to tie this one up. A little under a minute to play here in this quarterfinal. Bishops 5, Guelph 4. We're off to a rousing start to this Baggataway Cup Championship. I'm Steven Stample, Sawyer Brock. Remember, 9 o'clock, the next game tonight, Trent versus Brock. Tomorrow, the winner of this game here plays the Western Mustangs at 1 o'clock, and at 4 o'clock we'll have the second semifinal, McGill-Redmond against the winner of the Trent-Brock game. Brock certainly pretty strong favorites heading into that one, but Trent, no pressure on them. They've already kind of exceeded expectations by making it here to the Baggataway for the first time in a while for them, and first time since 2012 when they hosted the tournament, and first time earning a berth since 2009. So, Trent's going to come out and just be playing with house money, basically, and they're going to try and pressure the Badgers.
Like you said, they've exceeded their expectations for the year already. So
well, maybe everyone else's expectations. Well, we shouldn't say their expectations. That was me saying it.
Yeah, no, but even online, even that's what it says about their team expectations, that it's like they're just happy to be involved in the Cup and kind of come out and be able to show the other teams what they can do. Oh.
So it's just me saying it again. But no, I mean, you finish fourth in the season. Obviously, they go in with a goal to beat Queens in that playoff game, and they've achieved it, and can be fairly satisfied with that. But they're going to come in here and say, hey, why not us? They've seen teams like Queens come and provide some upsets in the last couple of years, Queens and Guelph. Right now, Guelph is looking to tie this one up in the final minute of play. We're back underway. Guelph is putting everything they've got into this one. They've got Luis set in the crease. He's being watched by Andrew McNeil. He's going to get some help from Haddon. Guelph just moving the ball around on the outside. The clock is not on the field yet, so we've still got over 30 seconds to go. Now we're down to 30 as the clock comes onto the field. The timekeeper out with the referee to let him know exactly how long's left. Guelph with a chance, scores!
Oh.
What a play. Guelph, again, from the wing. We talked about it, that's where a lot of their successes come from.
With a huge tie-up goal.
Wow. And that's just, we talked about how they had to start stepping up the pressure. And they just moved the ball around, let it rip. And we could be going to overtime. We'll apprise you of the overtime rules and approach shortly. This face-off, of course, critical with just seconds remaining in the game.
Bouchard there with a big face-off win for the Gators. Winquist is coming in hot now. Really wants to get one more on that. Oh, he does!
Goal!
Simon Winquist with a huge rush down to the net.
The helmet is off. The goal is good. He is fired up, and Guelph can't believe it. They do all that work, come back and tie it up, and Simon Winquist just races down the field.
He didn't want overtime. He fought through a lot of traffic to get that goal. Good for him.
Time is stopped. The clock stops in these final 3 minutes of play. We don't have much time left.
Yeah.
Not much time at all. We're guessing around 5 seconds left. Pretty desperate for Guelph. What a play by Winquist. Just drive to the net as he's falling, gets the shot off, gets it in before he lands in the crease. Pulls his helmet off, which could have actually been a penalty, but it doesn't matter. The time expires. Bishops has overcome the Guelph curse of the last couple of years. Bishops holds on, or comes back to earn a 6-5 win in thrilling fashion over the Guelph Gryphons here in the first game of the 2015 Baggataway Cup. There's plenty more action coming, but what a start.
Oh, what a grit. That was an excellent first game to start off this tournament. Big, tie up in less than 20 seconds in the game, and then the game winner in the last 10 seconds. Just unbelievable.
Trying to catch, actually,
the Gators will now face the Western Mustangs tomorrow for the semifinal game at 1 o'clock. That should be a great game.
I believe it was Liam Corbett that scored the tying goal.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, it was.
So, what a play. We will have a new Baggataway Cup champion in 2015.
We will, yeah.
Two-time defending champion Guelph Gryphons just couldn't quite do it this year. And it shows you how close it is among these top teams in this league. As Guelph over the last couple of years has worked very hard and has won some very close games, but has gone on when things really mattered.
And they fought really hard in this game too. Like they really gave Bishops a run for their money, and especially with that big tying goal right there in the last 20 seconds.
What a game by David Bigley, and he's at the front of the handshake line, and the Gators all motioning Perry McDermott to go up and get second in line. Yeah. Their backup goalie who stepped in and made 3 huge saves while Guelph was shorthanded, or Guelph was on the man up, and then afterwards until Bigley could get back in to regain his crease after taking a penalty. And
McDermott actually made, you're right, he made some really critical saves there.
Yeah.
especially coming in cold and just right off the sidelines.
Yeah. Two real beauties, I mean, where he just, with no warm-up. We will have our player of the game presentations shortly down on the field, and then we're going to take a break. We're going to have about an hour and 15 minutes from now. Game 2 of this Baggataway Cup tournament will begin. That will be the Trent University Excalibur facing the Brock Badgers. What do you think of Excalibur as a nickname?
I like it. It sounds fierce. It sounds intense. It almost sounds intimidating coming onto the field.
Yeah, I always like to share that was my idea.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I grew up. My mother used to be the assistant athletic director at Trent. So when I was very young, the team didn't have a nickname. There was just Trent. The Trent lacrosse team, the Trent rowing team, the Trent rugby team. There was no name. So we had a discussion around the dinner table, and yeah, I came up with Excalibur, and there you be.
Well, good for you. Look at now, you get to be here and watch the team that you named play in front of you.
That's
That's
pretty
awesome.
exciting. It's pretty fun, I'll tell you. Teams lining up, and what a great effort by both clubs. I mean, huge comeback.
Oh yeah, that was
by Guelph, and
unbelievable. Bishop's coming out of the first half down by 2, tying it up really quick in the third quarter, and then just not relieving any of the pressure right from then.
Yeah, Simon Winquist cannot give him enough credit for that huge rush, doing it all himself.
And he's fast. He's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, Nathan McKenzie named the player of the game for Guelph. A solid defensive effort. And it was McKenzie who provided the strip that actually created the possession that led to Guelph getting that tying goal late in the game. McKenzie, an outstanding effort. A low-scoring game. We go with the defensive guy, and nice job by McKenzie. And at the other side, I think it's going to be fairly obvious for Bishop
who showed off.
You hear from the applause his teammates and the fans give. They love that call. What a great performance by Bigley.
He's the entire reason they won this game. Couple of the moves he made with the stick was just to shut down the Guelph offense. Was unbelievable.
Some of the pickoffs. I mean, they such an active stick and so aware, so alert in his own end, and some great saves and quick. Yeah, he gets out there, and the quickness was the big thing on that one steal late in the game where he just got those 2-3 steps in, and it was a pretty. Not really a nothing play, but just a common play, just a pass behind the net that he just zipped out. You can't do that all the time.
No.
But one time,
he read that play very well. He saw it coming before it happened and made sure he was there to bother it.
That will do it for us for game 1.